Donald Trump is collapsing in Texas. It's getting ugly for Donald Trump in Texas and Trump endorsed candidates in Texas. Trump's approval right now in Texas, net negative 22. Let me repeat that. Donald Trump's current approval rating in Texas is so deeply underwater, it's net negative 22. And now all of the projections are saying that Democrats are poised to take control of the Senate. 52 seats to Democrats, 48 seats for Republicans. If things go according to the current polls, you have James Talarico, the Democratic candidate for Senate, pulling ahead of the ultra MAGA extremist corrupt Ken Paxton in Texas. And every day Paxton hides from the people. And we just got another major update as well, which is, Paxton ran against the current senator of Texas, who Donald Trump pushed out in favor of Paxton. But Senator John Cornyn's deputy legislative director, a guy by the name of Jacob Smith, a Republican, he's worked for Cornyn and Republicans his whole life. Well, Cornyn's deputy legislative director, Jacob Smith, is now working for Talarico's campaign. And we're seeing a massive gain of Talarico amongst independents. I mean, you look at some of the latest polling data, Talarico is just crushing Paxton amongst independents in Texas. And this was very big, picking up Cornyn's former deputy legislative aide right there. And Senator Cornyn just put out a statement as well about it, because some of these right-wing rags and some of these, MAGA people were like, how dare he work for Talarico? And Senator John Cornyn's like, look, only in authoritarian countries does someone else get to decide where you work, not in Texas. Those concerned might want to channel their energy into broadening Republican outreach to a coalition of voters rather than just those already converted. Meanwhile, the MeidasTouch network was the first to break the story that Ken Paxton, as Attorney General, protected research labs that tortured and killed puppies. Tortured and killed at least 400 puppies, and he was one of the only lawmakers to vote against a bill to hold animal abusers accountable. MeidasTouch Network breaking that story as well. Ken Paxton was asked on Newsmax, state regime media Newsmax, what do you make of the fact that Talarico just hired Senator Cornyn's legislative director? You have a Republican now working across the aisle with the Talarico campaign, and Paxton, the most corrupt guy imaginable, right? I mean, he's making millions of dollars off a cell phone tower from a hospital he sat at the board on. He's got like a bajillion homes all of a sudden. This guy's made millions of dollars out of nowhere. I mean, through the most corrupt artifices and devices. I mean, this guy's as bad as you get, right? I mean, he was impeached by the Republicans in Texas. That tells you a lot. He's like, I guess if you offer enough money to people, then they're going to do what you want to do. I don't know, maybe Paxton in your Trump bribery world, that's how you think about it. Or it could just be possible that Talarico's running a good campaign and people want to, actually lead with values. Watch how pathetic Paxton was on his latest TV appearance. Play this clip.
Without question. Want to just talk about your Senate campaign here. This is going to be one of the hottest races this fall, is Texas, which Democrats keep telling us is going to be a blue state one of these days. Got a new report this evening that Talarico's campaign has hired a new deputy policy director, and he was a guy that worked for John Cornyn, your primary opponent, for 5 years as a policy advisor. That has got to be one of the stranger. A guy going from Cornyn to Talarico is about as strange as it gets. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I just heard that today. I was kind of shocked, but I guess if you get offered enough money, you make the move.
Sell your soul.
If you don't care about the country and the state going socialist Democrat, which is exactly what James Talarico is. He fits into the mold of everybody you just talked about earlier.
And what seems to be happening, folks, as well in Texas is that Donald Trump and Governor Abbott, the MAGA extremist governor who loves data centers. That's the thing too, folks. In Texas, Trump and Abbott. They want data centers in everybody's backyard. Don't believe me? Look at what they pushed in Texas. They made it the data center capital, not just of the country, of the world. They gave the data centers like full tax breaks where data centers don't have to pay for electricity so that they could attract as many data centers to go in people's backyard. But in any event, Paxton and Trump may have done the ultimate dummy mandering. You know how we talk about gerrymandering? They wanted to rig the maps and create 5 additional Republican seats in Texas. Well, that was predicated on the idea that Hispanic men in particular, but the Hispanic population in Texas was leaning towards Trump or moving in the direction of Trump in Texas, that is. Well, that's changed dramatically. Donald Trump has lost massive amounts of supports within the Hispanic community because Donald Trump kills Hispanic people. And the Hispanic people are like, dude, you're killing us. You're deporting our family members. Hispanic people who are here are being targeted and racially profiled, and they're being treated like absolute crap by the Trump regime. And one of the biggest issues among the Hispanic community, and again, it's not a monolith. I think it's important that we recognize there are different Hispanic communities and people from different countries that moved here. But the big issue, the commonality, jobs. Donald Trump was promising, I'm going to make things more affordable. We're going to get you the best jobs. I promise you, this is what I'm going to do. It was all a lie. It was all a fugazi. It's all a fraud because Donald Trump's a lifelong fraud. Just think before politics, dude bankrupted like all of his casinos, bankrupted most of his companies. I think if there was a Guinness Book of Records of bankruptcy, Donald Trump would be like the leader, in my opinion. And it's not hard to see why. He has fake negotiations with the Ayatollah every day. Oh, we're having good conversations. Yeah, we're doing really good conversations. He launches trade wars against the world, says I'm going to do 90 deals in 90 days, doesn't do it, then makes up lies that he brought in $19 trillion. He's doing some Ponzi scheme every day, bailing out the Japanese yen one day, doing bond buybacks the next day that don't work. It's all collapsing around him. What was yesterday? Oh, Donald Trump's big thank you to the ranchers here in the United States was to announce that he would be bringing in foreign beef 25% less than what's being sold by American ranchers. But Donald Trump didn't say who he's doing the deal with, right? And that's a sign of confidence for the people of Texas. We're going to undercut your market with foreign ranchers, 25%. Okay, well, who'd you do the deal with, Donald? Which foreign countries did you do the deal with? Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you about it. I mean, the guy's a phony. He's a fraud. He lies about every freaking thing. Every sound, syllable, word, utterance is a lie while he gallivants around the catering containers with Natalie by his side, covering up child sex trafficking rings with the Epstein files not being released, talking about golden ballrooms while the American people can't afford gas. They can't afford diesel, and that's a big deal in Texas as well. Can't afford rent, can't afford groceries, can't afford anything. And Donald Trump says we're in the ultimate golden age right now. And the American people are like, we're not in the golden age. What are you talking about? Harry Enton did a good segment where he breaks down just the massive swing the Hispanic community turning against Donald Trump nationwide and specifically in Texas as well. Here, play this clip.
You know, where are we now? What a different world. Oy vey if I'm the president of the United States, because just take a look here. Okay, Latino voters on Trump. He won a record share for a Republican presidential nominee, 46% of that vote, going all the way back since we had the advent of exit polls back in 1972. And look at where he is today. His job approval rating in an average of CNN polls this year, 28%. That is an 18-point drop. The bottom has completely fallen out when it comes to Donald Trump and Latino voters. He won record numbers of them back in 2024, and they have abandoned him with the utmost just dislike of what he is doing so far. Just 28%, a drop of 18 points.
Now, among Latinos, it was Latino men who were driving this movement toward him in 2024. Where are they now?
Yeah, you think that this movement is a lot? What about Latino men? Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, Latino male voters. In the 2024 election versus Kamala Harris, look at this. Trump won him by 10 points. Look at the net approval rating now, minus 41 points. That is a movement of 51 points, a shift away from the president of the United States. Latino male voters supercharged that record performance that Donald Trump had with Latino voters. And they, like Latino women, Latinas, are moving against the president of the United States, minus 41 points. Again, the bottom has just completely fallen out. And of course, when you look across that political map, there are so many races that will be involving a lot of Latino voters. And when you see numbers like this, I just go, uh-oh, if I am a Republican running for Congress.
Talk about one of those races in just a moment, but wait, there's more before that, which is, look, this new CNN poll this week talked about just how people have enormous concerns about the economy and enormous disapproval of the president on it. What are Latinos saying about that?
Yeah, okay, I'm going to take 2 for 1 here. It's a 2 for 1 special here on a Friday, or mid-Friday morning, I guess. Latino voters on Trump and the economy. Look, one of the big reasons why Donald Trump put in that record performance with Latinos back in 2024 was because the issue of the economy. They trusted Donald Trump by a 3-point margin against Kamala Harris. But look at his net approval rating on the economy now. Oh, yeah, Johnny B said it best over there. Look at that. Minus 46 points. That's, again, another near 50-point movement against the president of the United States on the number one issue. No wonder the bottom has fallen out with Latino voters and Latino men in particular. And you're talking about one of those races, right, Johnny B? One of those races. Why don't we go to Texas, right? The chance that the Dems win the Texas Senate race. Of course, James Talarico going to be that Democratic nominee. Look at this. In January, look at this. He had a 19% chance of winning. Look at where we are now. A 45% chance of winning. That number is up through the roof. And part of the reason that number is up through the roof is because a lot of Latino voters turning against President Trump. And it could be that they turn against Republican nominees for Congress and for the United States Senate in particular.
I've been a Magic Spoon fan for a while, and now they've basically figured out how to take that same idea and turn it into a snack that you could bring anywhere. Their Magic Spoon treats genuinely taste like you're having dessert, but you're getting 12 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber, 0 grams of added sugar, and just 2 to 3 grams of net carbs. They're crispy, airy, certified gluten-free, and they come in flavors like marshmallow, chocolate, peanut butter, and double chocolate. These are perfect to throw in your bag, keep in the car, or grab between meetings when you want something sweet that's also fueling. And of course, there's the Magic Spoon cereal. You get that nostalgic cereal experience with 12 to 14 grams of protein and between 0 and 2 grams of sugar per serving, with flavors like fruity, frosted, cinnamon crunch, cocoa, and peanut butter. Magic Spoon is easy to find. Just look for Magic Spoon at your local grocery store, and they just rolled out treats nationwide at 7-Eleven. And if you haven't tried them yet, check out Magic Spoon's new protein pastries, a high-protein, low-sugar take on the classic toaster pastries you grew up with. You could get $5 off your next order, including the protein pastries, at magicspoon.com/Meidas. That's magicspoon.com/Meidas for $5 off. That's MEIDAS. Check it out.
So all Donald Trump has is fear-mongering, right? What'd he do? He went to South Carolina. Donald Trump, like the most disgusting human being, Epstein's close friend, Trump found liable for sexual assault in a civil court, on audio bragging about sexually assaulting women. I mean, the sickest, most disgusting human imaginable. He has the audacity in the speech to say, James Talarico hates Christianity. Hey, he hates Christianity. What are you talking about, James Talarico? But just so you know, this isn't a religious channel, okay? Whether you're religious or not religious, my most important thing is, are you being a good person? Are you being respectful? That's the most important thing. I respect your religious views. And if you don't have religious views, if you're an atheist, I respect it as well, provided you are a good person and you are caring and you want to uplift. Donald Trump's the most disgusting human imaginable. So the fact that he attacks Talarico on Christianity, Trump just knows how to divide people, and he uses the words and the buzzwords. Look, Trump's a felon. Trump's a criminal, bad guy. Here, this is what he says, though. Play this clip.
We deserved it, right? We deserved all that death, destruction. In Texas, the Democrat nominee for Senate said he hates Christianity and that the 10 Commandments are a form of fascism. The 10 Commandments are fascism. He's a disaster, that guy. That guy is a disaster. And just last week, the entire...
I'll show you, though, James Talarico punching back, making it very clear that Ken Paxton hates puppies. Here, play this clip.
You had an event today, earlier today, with the Austin Humane Society, in which people brought their dogs and puppies. What was that about?
Well, Ken Paxton is anti-puppy, and I wish I was joking when I said that, but reports just came out revealing that as Attorney General, Ken Paxton protected a research lab that was notorious for torturing and killing hundreds of puppies. And then as a state lawmaker in the Texas legislature, Ken Paxton was one of the only votes against a bill to hold animal abusers accountable. So Ken Paxton never misses an opportunity to do the wrong thing. And he won't fight for the little guy, even when the little guy is literally a puppy. And so this is a clear contrast in this race. You know, I have 4 terms in the Texas House where I brought Democrats and Republicans together to pass 60 bipartisan bills. One of those bills I authored after a fire at a pet resort in my district killed 75 dogs. And that bill requires kennels and pet resorts to have either 24/7 staffing or automatic sprinkler systems. And that bill is going to save the lives of pets across Texas in the years to come. That's the kind of action we need. I'm going to be a senator for all Texans, including our four-legged Texans.
More from James Talarico here. Here's what he says when asked about Elon Musk spending millions of dollars to try to go after him. Play this clip.
About that, and how do you plan to campaign around a massive injection of money that's about to show up in your state?
Well, billionaire mega donors like Elon Musk are terrified of the movement that we're building in Texas because we are bringing working people together across all the divides in our politics, across party, across race, across gender and religion and culture, because the real fight in this country is not left versus right, it's top versus bottom. All of us are getting screwed, whether we're a little more conservative or a little more progressive. None of us can afford groceries, none of us can afford gas or utilities or health insurance, because billionaires like Elon Musk have rigged this economy against us, have rigged this political system against us. And he sees the momentum that we're building on the ground. We have 59,000 people signed up to volunteer. We have shattered grassroots fundraising records, all without taking a dime from corporate PACs. And I think Elon Musk has taken note. He sees that we are building something truly special. And so the way we're going to overcome this is regular people chipping in $5, $10, $15 at a time. And anyone watching can go to jamestalarico.com and sign up to volunteer or sign up to donate so that we can overcome this big money. Big money is powerful, but it's nothing compared to people power.
Folks, Texas isn't only just in play. James Talarico could win big in Texas. By the way, don't sleep on Gina Hinojosa running in the governor's race over there. I think Hinojosa can beat Governor Abbott. And I think there's a lot of Democratic pickups in those congressional districts that were dummy mandered by Trump and Abbott, where they just said, oh, all the Hispanic voters are going to support us. When at the end of the day, Donald Trump hates Hispanic people. Donald Trump absolutely loathes by the way, Donald Trump hates most Americans. Unless you're a rich white oligarch guy like Donald Trump and you give him money and he can take your money, he doesn't give a crap about you. What do you think he cares about you? We just got to call it like it is. We got to speak with moral clarity, folks. We got to get out the word about just the truth. And that's not even a political statement. It's just the truth, folks. It's just the damn facts. By the way, pre-order WTF America, the book I wrote with my brothers. It's available for pre-order right now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We appreciate you so much.
Before you go, our book, WTF America, is available for pre-order now. It's the story of how we got here and how we fight our way back. To pre-order, scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let's do this.